everyone, it's Abby Andrew here, back for another live stream today on René of Paris. I'm really excited for this one. Today is going to be an episode. I guess I can call it an episode. We do certain like types of live streams sometimes. We do like our challenges and our wig surprises and different categories of live streams we do sometimes. And my favorite one that we do is our Get Ready With Me videos. And that is where I get to bring a guest on here and they walk me through their makeup look. And it's so much fun for me because I get to try a new look, and especially it's really fun with alopecia, especially because everyone has a different way of doing their eyebrows, their eyelashes, and stuff like that. So I'm going to be having a guest joining me in just a moment, and I'm super excited for it. So we're going to go through a makeup look together, talk about our alopecia, do a little like kind of like interview, a little Q&A kind of thing, and also feel free to ask us any questions in the comments as well, and we'd love to try to answer them. So I'm just waiting for our guest to join. Let me see if I can add her. She's a very special guest. I love having fellow baldies on here with me to talk about just like different approaches to life with alopecia. There's people who choose to wear wigs daily. There's people who choose to rock the bald head. There's people who fully embrace going out without a wig, which is amazing, and people who choose to wear them, and it's awesome both ways. Hi!
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm also good. I'm so excited to have you with us. Thank you for joining me today.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So everyone, this is Alice, and her Instagram is Alice in Ya Palace. Am I saying that right? Is that how you say your Instagram
Yeah,
name?
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I love that. So do you want to like give yourself a brief introduction, just introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, my name's Alice. I have alopecia. I'm 19 years old. What else? I currently go to USC, and I'm studying mechanical engineering. I'm in Los Angeles, and yeah, I've had alopecia for 6-7 years now. So, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me more about that. So about how old were you when you lost your hair, and how did it start? Did it start in like small patches, or was it all at once?
Yeah, it started in small patches. I was 13 and I was at the doctor's office actually, and I took my like height and weight, you know, on the little scale, and I bent over to put my shoes back on, and my mom saw a little like bald spot on my head. And so we were like, okay, that's weird, and we were right at the doctor's, so we just
That's
like,
convenient that you were already at the doctor.
yeah, convenient. So yeah, we brought in like a dermatologist, and they were like, "Oh, this looks like you have alopecia. It's a thing that people get. It's an autoimmune disorder, and usually it's like people have a little bald patch, and then it like grows back. So that's probably what'll happen. But yeah, there are a few options that you can pursue, but you can also just kind of let it be and see what happens." So we were just like, okay, we'll just let it be. And see what happens. And yeah, about 2 months later, my hair just continued to fall out until I was completely bald. And yeah, here I am today.
Yeah. So how old did you say you were when that started, when you found that first patch?
I was 13.
13. Okay. And what was your initial reaction when you first noticed the patch?
I guess when I first noticed it, I didn't think it was too big of a deal because it was so small, and then like day by day it just became a bigger and bigger deal until it was like, okay, this is a real change in my life.
Yeah. Did it feel like a big adjustment to like tell your friends about it, or was it pretty easy for you to like adjust to telling people?
Yeah, it was a pretty big adjustment. I didn't really want to be like open about it for honestly like the first few years that I had it. Kind of just wanted to keep it a secret. I wore wigs for all of middle school and high school. But yeah, it was definitely difficult to talk about at first. Obviously like my close friends knew, but yeah, it was kind of just like a change in my identity, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I think for a lot of people, hair is very tied to identity. So when you start losing hair, it can be really shocking at first, and it takes a bit of adjustment.
Yeah.
I definitely have lots more like interview questions to ask you as well, but I feel like we can start doing the makeup part of the look as we're talking. So if just for anyone who's new to this, we're doing a get ready with me today. So Alice is going to walk me through her go-to makeup look, and I'm super excited because it's some things are like a little bit different than what I normally do. Some things are like similar. So I guess we can start with the first step and then like keep chatting as we go.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. So I guess you want to start with the base.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so I'm gonna use tinted moisturizer. It's by Clinique.
Nice.
I don't really use like a primer or anything, but yeah.
Okay, so I have e.l.f.'s CC Camo Cream. I just picked this up recently because it had good SPF, and I'm trying to be better at using
Sweet.
SPF. So I feel like this is probably pretty similar. So tell me about your experience like in school with having alopecia. Did you feel like kind of like an outcast? Did you feel like it was a big secret you had to keep?
Yeah, it felt like it was like something that nobody else really like could relate to except for me at my school. So like yeah, it was difficult to kind of even know how I wanted to approach things with it because it was just such a big difference, and it felt so like it felt like such a big deal to me.
Yeah, definitely. Especially like when you're at that age. In a way, I feel like I'm a little bit lucky because I lost my hair when I was about 2. So I didn't really have that transitional period of like losing my hair because I don't remember it happening. So obviously, of course, like being in school with alopecia was still difficult in ways, but I never had to go through that like transition.
Yeah, definitely. You were just kind of like you don't remember life without alopecia.
Exactly. So
yeah.
And also the fact that especially now it's a little bit easier with more people on social media talking about it and being open about it, which is amazing. But especially like a couple of years ago, like there wasn't really, you couldn't really see anybody with it in the media and social media. So it's very isolating like that.
Yeah, it was very isolating for a long time. I'd say that like discovering kind of the alopecia community on the internet and in person like was a big kind of game changer for me in the way that I felt about it.
Yeah, definitely for me too. How did you start finding the alopecia community? Did you like find on Instagram, on YouTube?
I guess I found out about like the National Alopecia Areata Foundation at first. And you know, my mom kind of did a lot of research because she was kind of really worried about how I would kind of feel about what I was going through. And yeah, we went to I went to my first like alopecia convention, you know, the national conferences. 16, and I met like this group of kids that were all around my age. And just kind of hung out with them for the whole weekend, and it was kind of the first time that I really talked to anybody that also had alopecia. And yeah, I don't think I realized it at the time, but it was a moment where I was kind of able to feel like this thing that I had wasn't like something that nobody else could relate to ever.
Yeah, that's amazing being able to like connect with other people. I think the only time I went to one of the alopecia conventions was when I was like super young, maybe like 6 years old or something like that. But I still remember it so clearly because it was just such an amazing experience. Just like seeing everyone there was bald pretty much.
Yeah.
My mom has a story she tells of how like when I was really young, I have 2 brothers. And like normally if we go to a pool or something, she can easily find me in the pool because I would be the only one with the bald head. But then at the alopecia convention, it was like the opposite. She like couldn't find me in the crowd of other people without hair. She could just find my brothers more easily because they had their hair.
Yeah. Like yeah. Like at those conferences, it's like the people with hair are like they're kind of like really standing out. They're like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the opposite. It's really awesome to be able to connect with people like that in person. I'd love to go back to one of those someday. But
yeah, they're super fun. I mean, I think I definitely want to go to the next one as soon as we're able to. It got canceled this year, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to go to the next one. So that would be super cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So what is the
so
next step you do after the
I guess I would
application?
do eye concealer next.
Yeah, awesome.
So I've got my little Rimmel concealer here.
Nice. I don't know why I'm using all e.l.f. products today, but I have another e.l.f. concealer.
I love that.
I just like going to the drugstore and getting makeup that costs like $2.
Yeah. Oh,
Like testing it out. It's like sometimes it works out and sometimes it ends up not being the greatest and you're like, all right, I guess I'll spend more on this
yes,
product.
miss, but also like low risk.
Exactly. If it doesn't work out, you're like, oh well, not the biggest
Yeah.
loss. So do you just mostly do it like, do you do any like special contouring with it or you just put it like under the eyes?
I guess I do kind of the way that, beauty YouTubers have kind of told us to do it for years, where you kind of make a little bit of a
The
triangle.
triangle, yeah, I pretty much do that too.
Yeah.
Let's see. I feel like whenever I'm doing my concealer, I always just end up blending it out so much that it like doesn't have the right effect, but I try.
Yeah. If you blend it too much, then it just goes away.
Exactly. You ended up just wiping off entirely. Especially if I'm using like a dollar concealer, it just ends up blending right in. Kind of does the trick though. So was there a big transitional period for you like that? Like one day you just decided you wanted to just stop wearing wigs? And like what brought you to that decision?
So I guess as I was in high school, I kind of felt like I wanted to stop wearing wigs once I got to college. But I still thought of it as like a really big transition to do. And then like after I graduated high school, like the summer between high school and starting college, I started going out bald a lot, and it was kind of like a moment of realization where I realized that I didn't really need to, I guess, like anticipate it so much. Like it was just how I was, and like
Yeah.
obviously when you go out with alopecia, like you get stares and stuff, but it was kind of just like, okay, I can do this
Yeah.
like
Like I
easily.
guess sometimes it's easy to build it up in your own head as something so scary, but then when you actually do it, it's like, all right, okay, I can get used to this.
Yeah. What about you? Was there like did you wear wigs when you were a kid, or?
Yeah, so I lost my hair when I was about 2, and then I started wearing wigs like pretty much daily since about like the age of 7, and then I got so used to wearing them that by the time I got to like middle school, high school, I like would not leave the house at all without them.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also got to a point where I would only wear the same wig, same style, so that everyone I knew would just kind of think that was my own hair, or like I tried to like let them think it was my own hair. And it was
Mm-hmm.
kind of the same thing for me, where in high school I knew I wanted to start at least like changing wigs and talking about it and being more open about it. And going to college felt like the right time to try to start opening up about that, because it was like, okay, I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
be around all new people. It'll be a little easier. But then I kind of like backtracked a little bit in college, because when I got there, it was the first time where absolutely nobody there knew that it was a wig. So it was like a little bit easier to like kind of crawl back into my comfort zone and just let them think it
Yeah.
was my real hair. So
Yeah.
like I almost like backtracked for like a year or 2 in college, and then at that point I was like, okay, I have to just do this, like rip the band-aid off. And then I remember like the first time I switched wigs to a dramatically different wig and like went to class, and I was terrified. Like it was the same style in a different color, like it wasn't even that dramatic of a change, but like it was just the I was so afraid of the questions people would ask me.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like the first day I went to class, I remember everyone was like, oh my God, did you dye your hair? You did your hair? Like all this stuff. And I was like
Yeah.
trying to get myself into the mode of like, instead of just saying like, oh yeah, I dyed my hair, like trying to say like, it's a wig, I have alopecia. And
Yeah.
like even just saying those phrases scared me so much back then. So it's crazy to see like.
Yeah, I feel like showing up with like different wigs and allowing that kind of like change in your hair to be like evident is almost like just as scary as going out bald, because it's like do people know? Like,
Yeah, exactly. And for me, I feel like it's like the thing that's scary for me is like stares and questions people ask. So you kind of get the same thing whether you're changing wigs to dramatically different colors or if you go out bald. And then
yeah,
after a while, you kind of just get used to it.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely what
Um,
happens.
what is the
Kind
next
of.
step you want to do for makeup?
I was gonna go in with like a powder, just kind of like on my under eyes and
Oh,
my
nice.
forehead.
Yeah, I have a powder here too. I feel like I'm looking a little shiny, so I think I gotta put a little bit of powder on. Do you ever put makeup like on your scalp as well, or you never really felt like you wanted to do that?
There was like one time that I did because my head was sunburned, and it was like one of the first days of that I moved into college, and my head was like bright red. Really embarrassing. And so I put on makeup on my head for a few days, but other than that, I don't really do it. Do you?
Not usually, no. And like I also have these little patches that I usually just like shave off, but sometimes I get lazy and like don't shave them off. So if I tried to put makeup on my head, it would just like get stuck in the hair and look kind of crazy. So
Yeah, totally.
but
Yeah,
sunburn on the head is so funny too. Like I feel like I've only gotten a bad sunburn on my head like maybe twice because I'm usually so careful about putting sunscreen on it. But I think I went to the Caribbean for the first time ever like 3 years ago or something, and I've never experienced like sun that strong in my life. And I put on so much sunblock and I still ended up with like a full body burn. And it was like it was so
oh,
intense for like the first 2 days that I couldn't put like anything on my head. Um,
oh,
but yeah, it's like funny to get sunburned there because you don't like expect that to happen.
yeah, totally. Yeah, putting on a sunburned head is really tough.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go in with my bronzer now, just like
Cool.
under my cheekbones.
Like I used to always contour my cheekbones so dramatically, and then I feel like I would see pictures of myself where there were just like lines of bronzer, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to blend this a little more.
Yeah, yeah. I tried to go kind of light on it, especially when you're bald, because I feel like it's kind of even more pronounced
Yeah,
when,
because you don't have the hair to like cover the sides of your face. It's just like,
yeah,
or do you ever do your makeup in certain lighting, like in your bathroom where it's really bright or something, and then you like go to school or somewhere else and you see it in a different mirror in a different lighting and it looks so different?
uh-huh, yeah,
Like you think it looks so blended out, but then in another
yeah.
mirror, it's like, oop,
And
that
the sun, oh, it
didn't
looks
look
like,
like what I thought it looked like.
yeah, yeah. So I usually keep that pretty light. Um, and then I'll usually go in with my eyebrow pencil, start
Oh,
start
nice.
my brows.
So tell me about like your eyebrows and eyelashes. Were those affected just as much by
Yes.
alopecia?
When I first got alopecia when I was 13, I all of my eyebrows and eyelashes. Um, and so it was like, alopecia universalis is what that's called, right?
Hmm.
Um, and I had that situation for maybe the first 3 years, and then I think when I was 15 or 16, my eyelashes grew back, and they've been there ever since. But nothing else has ever really grown back, except for like a few eyebrow hairs, if you can see
Yeah, I
them.
feel like my eyebrows and lashes are always like changing. Like I feel like I have
Mm-hmm.
actually a bit of brow hair, but it's also so blonde that you can't even see what is there. Um,
Oh yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
those like come and go the most, like of all the hair on my body. It was weird when I first lost my hair when I was like really young. I used to have like really full lashes and brows when I was like a kid, and then for some
Mm,
reason I guess they just got more sparse as I got older. But
dang. Yeah. No, they definitely are unpredictable. They're probably the most
hmm.
unpredictable part of my alopecia situation.
Yeah, me too. And I feel like I've heard that from a bunch of people too. So you use pencil,
Yeah.
right? I know there's like a lot of different types of
Yeah.
products people
Yeah.
use, like between
A little,
pomades, pencils.
little, yeah, little gels and stuff. But yeah, I use like a little
I love the
pencil.
retractable ones. I just had this one because I don't I kind of switched between pomades and pencils, and I just ran out of my favorite like retractable pencil that I had. So I'm trying out
Oh,
one of these, but I like the retractable ones because then they're always nice and precise and you don't have to sharpen it.
Yeah, it's sharpened. Yeah. Yeah, no, I always have like an extra like runs out and I'm left stranded
Yeah, I
without
always have a
eyebrow
backup.
pencils.
So how do you put it on? Do you go in like with a line first or?
Yeah, so I'll go in kind of like with the bottom line first. And then I guess before I get to the end, I start the top. And I usually try to bring it like maybe like a little less than a centimeter past like the inner corner of my eye.
Okay.
And then I make kind of the peak of the arch, like right outside the end of my iris, I guess.
Okay, so kind of like here. Oh, okay, that's a cool way to measure it out.
Yeah, that's how I usually think of it. How
Yeah,
do
there's like all
you
these little tricks people do to like try to get them symmetrical. I've been doing my drawing on my eyebrows for like 10 or more years now, and I feel like I still can't always get it right.
Yeah, no, my eyebrows always I always like look back at old photos and I think I had such an eyebrow glow up.
I
But
know. Or like when you think they look good and you look back like a year later and you're like, oh my gosh, well, what was I thinking?
exactly. It's always changing.
I feel like I go through cycles of either like really thin brows and then I go through a phase of like really thick brows and then it just keeps like cycling
Mm-hmm.
between the two.
Yeah.
So have you always used pencils or did you used to use like a different type of brow product?
I think I always use pencils because especially like in the beginning, I wanted them to just be as realistic as possible. That was kind of the goal. I always wanted to go for like the thinnest possible pencil. Yeah, I think I discovered this one when I was like 16, so I've been using it for like almost 4 years now.
Yeah, well, so which one is that one?
This is the Clinique Super Fine Liner for brows.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
the retractable ones are so good to be able to like draw on the individual brow hairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are really good. So sharp. Which
Yeah, I
one are
like the one
you?
from. Well, this is just like a random one I had because the one that I usually use ran out. This is a Wet and Wild like pencil that I don't usually use. I just pulled it out because I knew you were going to use a pencil. I wanted to
Okay.
like try to match. Of the retractable pencils I've tried, I like the ColourPop one a lot, but it runs out so quickly. And recently I was trying out the Wet and Wild retractable one, but that one like is so not transfer proof. Like if I ever wear a wig with bangs with that, it like wipes off one eyebrow.
Oh, that's
So I'm not a big fan of that one.
like the hair from the bangs wipe it off.
Yeah, like the hair from the bangs throughout the
Oh
day
my,
just kind of like wipes it off, and then I end up with only one eyebrow at the end of the day. So
that's so
was not a
insane.
fan of that one.
No,
I think
no.
that the product that I like the most and use the most is probably the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade with an angled brush.
Okay, really good things about that one. Never tried it
Yeah,
though. So it's like a kind of gel pomade thing, and you use like a brush with it, or
yeah, like a really angled brush, like a really thin angled brush, and then you can kind of put it
okay,
on like the
gotcha.
individual brow
Yeah,
hairs.
nice.
But I feel like with the pomade, if I get lazy with that ever, then that's when it ends up looking a little crazy. So
Yeah, yeah. Pomade seems like kind of you have to work to control it.
yeah, like you have to be like pay a little bit more attention
Mm-hmm.
because it's really easy to use too much product by mistake with the pomades.
Yeah.
So tell me about your school. So you said you go to USC, and you said you're studying mechanical engineering, right?
Yeah, I'm studying mechanical engineering. I'm a second semester sophomore, so I've been here or I'll be a second semester sophomore. So I've been here for 2 years, but I took one semester off during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I lived like off campus in LA during the online classes period, just to be around my housemates. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience being in college during COVID. Are you
Yeah, I can imagine.
graduating?
I feel like what was that?
Did you graduate a few years ago?
Yeah, I graduated in 2017. So I'm glad I missed that whole situation. It seems like a little pretty difficult to be in high school at all during this time. Like both because of the social aspect, like not being around people, and then also I feel like I wouldn't be as good with online classes.
Yeah, no, it's pretty it's pretty interesting. Um, to
I'm sure it
say
was
the least.
definitely a huge adjustment.
Yeah, it's a huge kind of effect on your attention span and stuff.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh. I feel like I could not be trusted like doing school from home. I would be so distracted.
yeah, because like everything you own is all around you, and nobody's like
Yeah,
really making sure that you're paying attention.
exactly. It's so easy to step away and be like, I'm just gonna like play this video game for 5 minutes, and then you just like play it for hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So what made you want to study mechanical engineering?
Um, so I guess I knew I wanted to do kind of like a sciencey, mathy type degree for a while because that's just kind of what I was good at as a young kid. And then when I was about 16, I started getting really into aerospace. Um, and yeah, I thought I wanted to be a pilot for a little bit. My grandpa got me like pilot lessons when I was 16, and I had like a super fun time with that.
That is so
Um,
cool. Wait, so are you a licensed pilot technically?
I'm not. I've like soloed because
Mm-hmm.
you can like fly solo without being a licensed pilot.
Oh,
But
okay. Yeah, I don't know how all that works.
yeah, it's
That's
kind of
so
cool.
cool.
But yeah, it's definitely on my bucket list to get my pilot's license.
Ah, that
But
is so
yeah,
amazing.
I kind of was really into aerospace and thought I wanted to do like aerospace engineering. And then I ended up choosing mechanical just because it's kind of more widely applicable. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a really cool major. I feel like if I went back to school, I'd want to choose something more like that. I like the things I studied, but I feel like I chose like typical. I did creative writing and digital media production, and I feel like I chose two majors that are like fields you do not need a degree in. But I still loved it. I still loved what I studied, but yeah.
Yeah, that's so fun.
It's like the
I love
classic like
writing. I'm doing like a songwriting minor. So we do some kind of like creative writing
that's a
class.
really cool minor.
Thanks. Yeah, it's really fun. Um, but no, the creative writing is a really cool thing to study.
Yeah, I definitely love what I studied, but it's like it's just funny that people always joke about like the degrees that like you don't technically need a degree in to do that as like for a
Or
living.
yeah,
But I still it was still an amazing experience to study those.
yeah. And
So tell
I
me
feel
about
like
the songwriting minor too. Like you do you write songs? I assume, obviously.
yeah, yeah, I write songs. I don't have anything released yet, but I'm hoping to get some stuff out by the end of the year.
Ah,
Um,
that's so exciting. I'm definitely gonna like keep an eye out for that.
yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's just kind of a nice like balance between like my engineering classes and my music classes. Just kind of
Yeah, I was gonna say it's so cool that it's like a very like two drastically different like sides of the spectrum. So you get to have like a little bit of both.
yeah,
That's really,
yeah,
really awesome. Do you
yeah.
play instruments as well?
Uh-huh, yeah, I play guitar and piano. So I write most of my songs on guitar.
That's really cool. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear them now.
Thank
Did you have you ever posted anything like on Instagram, like little snippets or anything?
I haven't. No, I haven't really been super public about songwriting so far. But
I'm sure it can be a really personal thing too. But
yeah, it's kind of like a vulnerable thing, yeah. But no,
yeah, I can imagine.
yeah, I'm really excited to get some stuff out there though.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. That's something that I always like kind of dabble in a little bit, but I've never really like written a full
Oh,
song.
really? Do you
But it's
play
something I've always
instruments?
a little bit. I kind of dabble in the piano a tiny bit.
Oh,
But
nice.
and then I sing like a little bit. But yeah,
Great.
it'd be fun. And
Piano?
like my whole family's very musical. Like my dad has like a whole music studio in his basement, and he always has like his musician buddies come over to record stuff. My dad's a
Oh,
drummer. My brother plays like everything. Um,
that's awesome. So he has
yeah,
like a little kind of recording setup.
Yeah. So it's fun. Like every once in a while, I'll, like go down with them and like sing a couple songs with them. But like they're all like really good musicians, so I feel funny coming in and being like, "Oh, I'm my dad's daughter. I'm here to like sing a song with you guys." When they're all like really really good. But they're awesome. It's a lot of fun to do music stuff with them.
That's so fun.
Yeah, and it's also cool to just like basically have access to like a recording studio space and like really good musicians and stuff just to like collaborate with sometimes.
Have access to all the technology and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, usually I like powder my eyebrows after just to
I
make
do
them
that too sometimes. I feel like it helps them stay
yeah.
longer.
So yeah, and it makes them like a little lighter too. I feel like just
So it's like not so intense.
makes them feel.
I also hate certain products. I feel like make my eyebrows look really shiny, so it can like de-shine a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Because like natural eyebrows are more on the matte side than the shiny side.
Yeah.
So.
Have you ever tried those? I hear people keep talking about these like in the alopecia community if they don't have eyebrows. Like the temporary tattoos. Have you ever tried those?
Yeah, no, I've never tried those. I always have my friends like send me like TikTok videos of them and stuff. They're like, you should try these. They look so cool. I never have.
Yeah, I haven't tried them yet either, and I'm like dying to because they seem so cool.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of seem like too good to be true. Like I want to try them out because they look so real and so easy to do.
Yeah, the one thing stopping me from ordering them is like I feel like there's so many listed online that like I want to make sure I buy the right ones because I feel like some I've seen have like bad reviews. And
True.
I see people rave about them, so I'm like, okay, which ones do I get?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely read the reviews on those.
Sure, I think I feel like the people who leave bad reviews for them are people who like have their own eyebrows, and I feel like it doesn't work as well if you have your own brows. But then everyone I've heard that like doesn't really have brows that they work well for. So I think that's probably the key.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. I can't really imagine like tattooing on top
on
of
hair. Like, yeah. Okay.
So, usually I go in with eyeshadow now and start with a primer.
Oh, a primer. I think I have a primer. Let's see. Where did I put it? Oh, yeah.
And I usually start with like a light brown transition shade.
Okay, cool. I brought a bunch of eyeshadows with me to like make sure I had the right colors. Actually, I think this is a face primer, not an eyeshadow primer, but I guess it'll do the trick.
And
Okay.
So on like the day-to-day, do you usually do eyebrows or what kind of makeup do you usually do?
Yeah, it depends on the day. Like if I'm just like running out to work and I want to just like get out of the house as fast as possible, I just do like just eyebrows. Sometimes I do like just eyebrows and just like liquid eyeliner. But then I feel like if I do any more than that, I end up going all out and do like I don't usually wear eyeshadow unless I'm like going out. But a lot of times I'll wear like big dramatic fake lashes because I love the way those look.
Yeah.
But if I'm just going to work, I'll usually do like just brows concealer or like maybe sometimes a little bit of liquid eyeliner.
Gotcha.
What about you? What's your like daily kind of wear?
I guess basically I usually just do eyebrows, like at the bare minimum. And either mascara or I'll go like eyeliner too. I feel like that's kind of the classic like combination that I hear a lot of people with alopecia doing.
Yeah, because you said you do eyeliner sometimes too, like if you're just doing a quick look. Because I feel like that kind of helps like conceal if you don't have lashes. But I think you said you do have your lashes, right?
I have lashes now, but I think I got really into doing eyeliner like before I had eyelashes, and then it kind of like eyeliner just kind of stuck with me even when they grew back. Because
especially I do like a cat eye a lot. I feel like once you get used to seeing your face with the cat eye, it's hard to like get used to seeing it without it. Totally changes the way your face looks.
Yeah. Okay, then I put like a a darker warm brown just in like my crease usually.
Okay, cool. So like, can I see the color you're using? I'm trying to
Yeah,
match it.
usually go with this one.
Oh, okay. I think I probably have a color
Like
pretty similar.
orangey brown. Yeah, I like it because it kind of, I feel like that color kind of contrasts with blue green eyes. So it kind of
Oh
makes
yeah,
it.
I think I have a similar eye color to you, so that's
Yeah,
cool.
I think. Yeah.
I'll try like this. This might be a good match. I'm scared this might be too dark, but we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. So in your day-to-day life now, do you typically just like go out without wigs for like most of the time? Do you still like wear wigs sometimes?
Yeah, wigs have kind of become just like a special occasion type thing for me for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I usually just go bald. Yeah, I've gotten really used to it over the past maybe like 2 years. Like I remember when I was in high school, it would be like a big deal to go to the grocery store or something without a wig.
Mm-hmm.
Changed
I'm
a
kind of at
lot.
a point now where I like, for the most part, I wear wigs like pretty much 100% of the time if I'm leaving the house. I'm at the point where I'm trying to get myself more used to going out without wigs. And it's funny
But
because I'm actually really confident with the way I look without a wig, and I like love the way I look without a wig. The thing that gets me is the stares. I don't like people staring at me in public. Like
yeah,
that's what makes me nervous.
on a good day, it's like whatever, they're staring because I'm beautiful. But on a kind of irritable day, you're just like, can I just go out without getting stared at sometimes? But yeah, that's definitely something that kind of a kind of a given when you go out
Yeah.
bald. Um,
But people can end up staring for any reason. Like I wear a lot of different bright, colorful wigs, and people stare at that. Like people are gonna do that regardless, and I guess you kind of just get used to it and ignore
yeah.
them, or embrace it. Be like, yeah, I look awesome. Like,
Okay. And I'll usually do like a light cream color on my lids.
okay, cool, like a light color. So I don't have a cream eyeshadow, but I'll use like a similar like powder because I have
Oh
some like
yeah,
sweet.
cream is in the color. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think one of these will
Um,
probably work.
my lids.
Okay. So anyone that's just joining in, I'll just like say what we're doing a get ready with me today. So Alice is walking me through her typical like, go-to kind of makeup look. So yeah.
Yeah.
How adventurous do you get with your makeup? Do you ever do like really crazy bright colors or anything like that?
Only like every once in a while. On like a day to day, I usually try to keep it pretty like neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of like the way just like kind of like regular browns go, but
Yeah, I feel like that looks good on everyone. It's like a good neutral.
honestly, yeah. Do you usually like do pops of color or?
I feel like the only time I ever do like bright, fun colors is if I'm like going to be like filming videos or something with it. But I feel like in my day-to-day life, I don't. And it's also like it's hard to remember what I used to wear like when I would go out because I haven't like been out in so long.
Mm,
So, but yeah, I guess like sometimes if I would be going out with friends, I'd wear like bright, fun colors, or if I'm like filming videos. Otherwise, I like stick with the basic neutral stuff.
gotcha, yeah. So you have a YouTube channel where you do like wig reviews and stuff, right? Do
Yeah,
you do
yeah, I do like YouTube videos on like wig reviews, and I also do cosplay stuff too. So I'll like get into different like character cosplays, and it's fun to like play with wigs with that too because you can play with like a lot of really fun colors with different character looks.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure like alopecia kind of lends its hand to that too. With like,
Yeah, it's interesting. It's actually one of the ways I got myself more used to changing wigs regularly because I would start like when I was still in college before I started changing wigs often, I would I would wear like dramatically different wigs for Halloween costumes. So that way,
Hmm.
if like anyone asked me if I was wearing a wig or whatever, it like was normal to be wearing a wig on Halloween. And then doing it
Yeah,
on Halloween got me more used to like doing it like on normal days too. So
worked out well.
yeah, right. Then it just became like a long-term hobby.
That's awesome. Sounds like you really have fun with it.
I definitely do. Yeah, now I do. It's amazing. Like I wish I could show my younger self like how far I've come because like it's when I was in high school, I could not even say the word alopecia without tearing up. Like it was that bad. Like I was that closed off about it. So it's amazing that I feel like as long as you're just patient with yourself and like take little baby steps, you eventually get there.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go in with like a powder eyeliner now. Just like,
Okay, cool. Like a black eyeshadow kind of.
yeah, just a black eyeshadow.
Cool.
Um, I but yeah, totally. I feel like the whole time that I've had alopecia, like people that know that I have it, kind of like I remember moms and people that I would know would be like, "Oh, Alice, like bald is beautiful. Like you should really like go out bald more, and you look so beautiful." And I feel like there are things that you know, but you don't like. You like I kind of always felt like I looked beautiful bald, but it didn't mean that I like wanted to really embrace it, you know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like definitely being patient with yourself and just being accepting of where you're at with it is really important.
Hmm. Are you doing a cat eye as well?
Yeah, I'm doing a little wing.
Okay, like a little wing at the end. Nice.
Nice.
And then once we finish our makeup looks too, we're gonna pull out some wigs as well, which is gonna be fun.
Yeah, gonna have a little try on party.
Yeah. Whenever I do these live streams, I always have like a pile of wigs next to me. Of like the wigs I'm gonna use for the video. It's so funny. Like if I record my filming space at the end, it's like makeup scattered everywhere, like brushes, wigs.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Do you have like a pretty extensive wig collection, Abby?
Oh my gosh, it has grown so much. It's like it's like ridiculous. But it's great because I love switching it up and I love rocking like all the colors and all the styles. But it's definitely
That's
like accumulated over the years. Like I don't even know how many I have. It's a large number. Like,
that's great. That's awesome. Yeah.
mhm.
You just like be like, which one goes best with my outfit today?
Legit. Yeah, like I always like incorporate it into my outfit styling to try to decide
That's awesome. Yeah,
what
because
I
I,
want to wear.
I I think I owned one other one, but I wore the same one every day because I, just wanted it to be like a natural, like having hair type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you got your first wig, were you just trying to match like the closest to what your hair was?
I was, yeah, I got it like right just like a few weeks after I lost all my hair. And yeah, it was from this company that uh gave free wigs to like minors with medical conditions. Um and yeah, they were like human hair wigs, and I would get them like replaced every 4 months. Um and they were really nice, but yeah, I never really experimented with doing any kind of different colors or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Kept it pretty natural.
Yeah.
Okay.
Natural, I love all the color spectrum, like from bright blondes to dark brunettes to like bright fun colors. Like I try everything.
Yeah, I feel like it's so fun to like try out different colors and be like, wow, this is what I look like blonde. This is what I look like.
Yeah, right. It's kind of a fun
Yeah,
opportunity to like experiment.
yeah. Okay, so usually after that I curl my eyelashes and put on mascara. Um,
Cool. Yeah, so I guess this is where we'll do like a slightly different thing because you have your lashes and I don't. I have like little baby lashes, but there's not much going on there.
Gotcha.
So it's a good way to show like the two different ways to do lashes for alopecia. So I'll go ahead and do my fake lashes while you do your curling and stuff.
Sweet.
So I just got a
Okay.
pair of lashes here, and then I have my lash glue. Do you ever wear fake lashes like just for fun?
Yeah, every once in a while. I have to say, I never really got like used to putting them on, so it's
It took
always
me
kind of.
so long to get used to it.
I bet yeah, they're definitely something else. But yeah, I remember when I didn't have eyelashes, I liked to play around with them a lot more. But
I feel like it used to be like a half-hour long process for me to like just put them on. Now I can
yeah,
do it in like 2 minutes, I feel like, or less.
that's good for you. Yeah. Do you use the little like tweezers that they come with?
Not usually. I used to use those. Those are definitely helpful as like training wheels kind of. But
Yeah.
now I actually find it easier to just like pop them on. I feel like the trick is once you have worn the same pair of lashes like once or twice, it kind of starts to shape to your eye. And then once it's at that point, it's really easy to just kind of like
Okay.
pop it
Good.
on.
Oh yeah, because sometimes they don't shape to your eye.
Yeah, especially like the cheaper ones, they like go all over the place.
Mm-hmm. And they'll just be like 2 inches in length. Like they'll be like so much wider than your eyeball.
Yeah, yeah, you always gotta like trim them too, so
Yeah.
they like fit your eye length.
Yeah. I
So
remember
I
when.
think,
What's that?
oh, sorry, you go.
I was just gonna say. I remember when I like had didn't have eyelashes, but I found like a few little tiny baby ones on my eyes. I remember like trying to put mascara on them.
I like still do that sometimes too, because I get like little baby ones.
Yeah.
I'm like hyper concentrated on not getting lash glue in my eyes. Like,
Oh yeah. Is your lash glue like the kind that's like white and like turns clear?
no, I'm not a fan of that one because I feel like the clear drying one never actually like dries clear. It kind of dries like a weird like
Yeah.
whitish color. I like the
That,
one that dries dark because I usually wear dark eyeliner anyway, so
yeah,
it kind
true.
of just blends right in.
Yeah, you don't I feel like people don't usually go like just like fake eyelashes with no eyeliner or anything.
Yeah, whenever I
But
try to
yeah.
do that, I can never make it look like natural. It's pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any more steps after this, or do we have like should we go into the wigs, or what do you want to do next?
I think I'm good on makeup if you are. Um,
Awesome. Yeah, I think I'm good. Hopefully this lash stays put. I will just point out the lash glue I use in case anyone is curious. I use the Duo dark drying. The key with this, it's the quick drying one too, and that makes it so much easier in my opinion because it gets tacky faster. Because
mm,
I feel like the hardest part for me is having it like slip all over the place and like get in your eye. So
yeah, I'll just like period. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so wigs next. How much? So I think we sent you two different wigs, right? One that you like selected and one that's kind of a surprise. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to do
Yeah. In a
both.
heart-shaped box that says "Please don't open until alive." So.
That is so cute. I love the box they sent it to you. That's amazing. I love that. Okay, so should we do the one you picked out first?
Sure. Yeah.
I think I have the same wig here, so we can match. I have a different color
Yeah.
than you.
Gotcha. So same style in a different color.
Yeah, same style, different color is what I have.
Okay. Yeah. So it's
Comb it out.
the Nolan wig. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite wig styles. So I think you have Nolan in Milk TR.
Yes. Yeah.
I love that color too. I have Royce in Milk TR, which is like another long style.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The color's like so. I like how it's kind of cool toned.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a kind of like a cool tone brunette. It almost has like a gray kind of tone to it, but not it's not like gray. It's hard to describe.
Almost.
Okay.
All right. Here we are.
Ooh, that looks cute. I love that on you.
It's cute. Yeah. I really can kind of like put some of the hairs like behind your ears, and it looks like a kind of a normal a
Yeah, I
normal.
love putting wigs behind my ear too because I feel like it looks makes it look like extra natural. Because like
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and it's got like kind of the underneath hairs coming through. Yeah.
Yeah, that color milk tea R is such a blend. Someone said milk tea LR is such a cool color. Yeah, it really is. It's such an awesome color. And this is peach gold too. I almost forgot to mention this one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is like a wig style that I would also love to get in that milk tea R because that is such a good color for this style.
Yeah, it looks like it goes well with like the how thinly layered it is.
Yeah, I feel like this is my dream hair from like high school. Like if I had this wig in high school, I would have been like, it would have been so amazing. It would have been so me.
Yeah.
I love this one.
Really comfortable style.
So it's also a lace front. I don't know how much you've like tried on the wig yet or like played with it much, but for anyone who's watching that wants to know more details, it's also lace front and it's partial lace part. That's the word I'm looking for. So it has the lace going back into the part as well.
Yeah,
So it looks really natural.
yeah, the hairline looks really natural, really smooth.
Awesome. Do we want to start opening your wig surprise too? I'm like too excited. I can't. I'm excited for you.
I do that too. Okay. Here it is. Oh, oh, this. It's like red and yellow. What?
Yes. So do you recognize the color scheme? Does it remind you of anything else in your life?
Oh my God. Is it like USC themed?
Yes, it's
Oh,
USC school colors.
that is so awesome. I'm gonna wear this to football games.
Yes, I love that. I was gonna ask if you would wear it to like school events and stuff. That's so cool. So that is which wig is that? I think that is the I can't remember the name of that wig off the top of my head. It might be the tailor. Do you want to check the tag if it has a tag with
Oh yeah,
the wig
yeah.
name?
Let's see. Oh, I don't see a tag on it actually.
I think it might be Taylor. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that's like a really cute short style. But so we also sometimes do like limited edition colors in wigs, and every once in a while they'll kind of just do like tests and just make like one color just to like test it out. And I think that might be like the only wig that they made in like that color scheme. So then when we were going to do this live stream, we were like, oh my gosh, it's perfect because you go to USC. So we were like, hey, let's send it to her and that could be like the wig surprise. So
Wow, that is
like,
so sweet.
but it's like I think maybe like the only wig made in that color. So it's very awesome, very unique. We thought it would be a fun one to send you.
Wow, this is so fun.
Yes. Do you want to try it on?
Yeah, definitely. How do you usually like go about putting on a wig?
I feel like I'm so used to doing it so quick at this point. I feel like I just do it like that. I kind of like put the front on first and then like pull down the sides
Gotcha.
too.
Yeah. I kind of like turn it upside down and then like get the front lined up and then pull it
Yeah,
back.
I feel like that's how I see most people do it, honestly, like kind of just flipping it over. I actually have a similar color. So that one was like the only one made of that color, but then I have a very similar one, which there are more of this. It's still limited edition, but this one is available from some wig stores still. So this is the Angelica wig in a color called Mango Sunrise. So it has like the same yellow base, but the root is more of like a bright orange instead.
Oops.
Like similar, we can still kind of match a little bit. I keep trying to think of like good cosplay characters I can do with this wig because I feel like there's probably so many fun ones to do.
Yeah, just Google like yellow hair cosplay.
Right? Yeah. So many cartoon characters with like fun yellow hair.
Yeah.
That looks so awesome on you. I love that. I can't wait to like you gotta like share pictures and stuff if you ever wear it to like a game or something. It's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, this is so fun. It's like at football games, like people just get like as decked out as possible in yellow and red. So
Yeah. That is so awesome. You gotta wear like a full like yellow and red outfit with like
yes.
that is so cool. I love that. I also love that length on you too. I feel like it's a really good like style for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's like really flattering.
Oh.
So I'm watching the time, and I know that Instagram cuts us off at an hour. I can't believe we've been streaming for this long because it feels like no time has passed at all. This has been like super, super fun to do.
Yeah, it's
Um,
fun.
yeah, thank you so much for coming on with me and like showing me how you walk through your makeup and telling me about your alopecia journey and stuff like that. Is there any like closing words you want to include or like any advice you have for anyone who might be like just starting to lose their hair?
Wow. Let's see. There's so much to say, but I guess I go with the usual, like you're beautiful, and just know that no matter what, and don't put pressure on yourself to be at a certain point with your alopecia. Just take it one day at a time, and you got this.
Yeah, 100%. And always remember if you feel like you're alone in the world, remember that you're not, and that there's like a whole amazing community here on like Instagram and YouTube and other platforms like that, like myself and of course like Alice too. And I think following other people going through the same thing makes you feel a lot less alone, in my opinion, for sure.
Definitely did that for me.
Yeah, same. It was like a huge difference for me when I first found the community and stuff. So thank you again
hmm
so much for joining us. This has been so much fun and like stay in touch and all that. Definitely. Oh my God, I cannot wait for your songs to come out because I'm gonna be like your biggest supporter. I want to hear them.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. And yeah, so thank you so much again. Thank you again, Alice. And thank you everyone for watching. And I will see you guys next time.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much for.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for being with us.
Bye.